Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video. For today's video, I wanted to sit down and talk to you about how you can use this time to prepare for your A-levels. We are stuck at home at the minute, we can't really go anywhere, and for the time that we are allowed to go out, we can only go out for around about an hour for an hour's walk or essential travel, and apart from that we can't really do much else. So some of you might be online learning at home, you haven't been set work, or you might have nothing to do. So I'm sure some of you are thinking about your A-level choices and how to start preparing for them. Now I just want to put a disclaimer out there that if you're not thinking about preparing for your A-levels and you're just taking this time out to do nothing, to do the work that you're being set and no extra work, then that is absolutely fine. If you want to take the time to look after yourself and look after your family, then please do that, and I urge everybody to do that. I'm doing it myself, looking after myself and my family, because that's what's so important about this time. However, if you have clicked on this video, then I presume you do want to get a head start with your A-level and you're interested in to see how you can prepare. So let's jump on with the video. Before you start looking into anything about your A-level course, one, you need to know what A-levels you want to do. Hopefully you've done that by now, because you should have applied many months ago and had interviews many months ago. But apart from that, make sure you know the exam board that your college teaches. Depending on what college you go to, depend on a different exam board. The majority of exam boards teach the same thing. There might be a few differences here and there, but you need to know what exam board you're going to be sitting, so that if you want to look at their syllabus or anything like that, you can do that because you know the exam board. Once you know the exam board, you can then look at some textbooks as well. For example, if you're doing an Edexcel course, you could have a look at some Edexcel textbooks for that A-level course that you want to do. Also have a look on your sixth form or college's website to see if they've got any textbooks available on their website that they use and that they've told you about, or that they suggest you get for a revision or a head start. Something that can be really useful to help you prepare is actually nothing to do with your A-levels. It's to revisit any GCSE topic that you struggle with. This is a really useful tip that I can give to you, because what you've got to remember is that, especially for maths, when you don't understand something at GCSE, it might have a knock-on effect when you come to your A-levels. Because if you haven't mastered that topic at GCSE and it comes up at A-level, you're gonna have to go and revise it again when you're doing it in your A-level. And also, you might not even touch on that topic again at A-level, but you might need it so that you can do A-level topics. So make sure you revisit any GCSE topic that you struggle with so that you don't have those issues. And also, you may have had lessons at school on those topics before, so you're not trying to teach yourself something completely new at home, and that way you're not going to get as stressed out as if you were planning on teaching yourself some A-level stuff. But if you are planning on teaching yourself some A-level stuff, then I've got some tips for you on that as well. My first tip for that is to just have a look at the first few topics. If you know the exam board that you sit in, then you can have a look at their syllabus and see the order of the topics that they're taught. Have a look at what the course starts with and see how different it is to GCSE. But if you don't know your exam board, you can still have a look at some courses and some syllabuses from various exam boards, because they more or less teach the same stuff. There might be a few differences here and there, but the stuff that they usually teach is quite spread over all the exam boards. You can use the syllabus to get a feel for the course and understand what you're going to be learning throughout the course. Like I said at the start, you can use it to teach yourself a little bit of the A-level course if you're feeling like you want to do that, and you can see the difficulty of the course and how big the jump is from GCSE. If you're not wanting to actually teach content that is on the A-level course, then you could have a look at some transition guides that slowly introduce you from GCSE to A-level. There's many videos online and guides and booklets and books that have been created for you that do that. And, cheeky little plug here, I've created one myself. If you don't know, I have an Instagram profile. It's a maths help Instagram profile called I Need Help with Maths. And I created my very own GCSE to A-level transition guide, and it's available on my website www ineedhelpwithmaths.com. So if you feel as though that might help you, if you're not doing A-level maths, then it won't help you, but if you are, then have a look at it. It takes you through GCSE topics that you really need to nail before your A-level, and it slowly introduces you to the topics that you start with at A-level. If I remember correctly, there's about 72 practice questions throughout the book, and the answers are included at the back of the book so that you know if you're getting them right or not. So yeah, transition guides are really useful because they give you a little bit of structure to how you're moving from GCSE to A-level. Because if you're not a fan of just looking at A-level content and trying to teach yourself a little bit of it, then, you know, have a little bit of structure and use a transition guide. Now, it will be useful for you to get organised. Now, at this time of filming the video, we are in isolation, we can't go out, but you can still order things online. For the majority of A-level courses, you will need file paper, a lot of file paper. I mean, I must have gone through over 10 big pads of file paper, so make sure you've got tons of that because it works a little bit differently to school. You're not, or I wasn't given books anyway. I had to provide our own file paper, and that's what we used to take our notes. Towards the end of my A-levels, I actually transferred my notes to my iPad and started taking that. So that's something you also might want to consider about how you're actually going to take your notes in class. You will also need some folders. Now, there are folders and there are lever arch files. Folders just being normal sized, lever arch, the ones with the I don't know why I'm doing this with my hands, but the one that has the clip that you lift up. I wouldn't get those right from the word go because you're not going to have that much work right from the word go. But make sure that you've got some folders so that you can store your work in a safe space and you can put it in your bag and not lose it. A pre-warning here, at A-level you get so many worksheets. Especially for maths, we had tons of worksheets and exercises and topic tests that you need to keep together so that you can reference back to them and help you with revision when it comes to your, I don't know, term tests or mock exams or anything like that. So folders, just like at GCSE, are a fantastic way to keep everything organised. Because I did maths, of course, before my A-level, I got myself a calculator. By the time I'm filming this video, you probably have had an induction day at college before we weren't in isolation, and they may, if you're doing maths, have told you what calculator to get. If they haven't, then have a look on their website to see if they've got a maths department page with information on there about what calculator to get. But if they've not got that, then I would recommend the Casio Class Whiz, which, look at that, it's here. I definitely didn't plan that. This is the calculator. It basically allows you to do stuff that you can't do on a normal GCSE calculator, and many people in my class started with a GCSE calculator, or you know, when you're on your induction day, people ask, can I keep my calculator? I would recommend this one because it allows you to integrate functions, and that's what you need for A-level. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to have a look at this and get ahead and maybe purchase it. What you could also think about doing is clearing out any work that you have had at GCSE that you know you're not really going to use again. Be careful doing this though, because at this time we don't know when we're going to be able to sit exams. If you want to sit your exams, you might need that for revision, and of course you don't know whether you're going to be unhappy with the calculated grades that your teacher gives you, so just be aware that you might want to use that for revision. But if you know that you don't want to sit the exams, you don't want to see revision ever again, then go ahead and start clearing out any work that you've got. Now, like I said at the start of this video, if you are just wanting to prepare by relaxing and not really doing any actual preparation, then that is absolutely fine. Take the time from your GCSEs to A-levels to look after yourself and just to have time to relax and basically do no work. Because A-levels are hard and you will have a lot of work, and there is a bigger workload at A-level than GCSE, but from my experience, right from the word go when you start your A-level, it isn't actually a huge step up from your GCSEs. I do know many people online and in person that have said they felt as though the jump was quite big, so it's all about personal experience. But for me, I didn't feel as though I was as sort of lost as I was going to be, and I didn't feel too overwhelmed as I thought I would be. But if you are wanting to get a head start to your A-level, I really do hope that these tips have helped you and that you can use this video in some way to guide you whilst you prepare for your A-levels. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe, because it really does help me out. Let me know in the comments what you're up to at the minute and what A-levels you're wanting to take in September, or if it's not in September because we're still in isolation, October, November, who knows when we'll start. Make sure to follow me over on my social medias, and make sure to head over to I Need Help with Maths on Instagram if you're needing any maths help during this time, or you're thinking of taking A-level maths, because I post GCSE and A-level solutions on there from exam questions and videos and quizzes on my story as well. I don't know why I'm so out of breath. So I'm gonna go and catch my breath. Thank you again for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye!